For the forum, Quaba, the better news TV, so your best sources, only subscribe to better news channel. Yeah, best also best subscribe. No one like it, no one share, no one turn on notification bell. So by your update, be a bayano. On submit me, I can make I was a comment section on so your dear. Best also believe you comment. No matter my dear Kosuwa, or the phobia new, or be beer, or onion, say better news TV in car. Best also best suggest your man, no one like it, no one share. Now turn on notification bell so by update be a way and submit me aka. And then somebody there bremo a year and some be a ACC or my Ghana muha far amamu bonia President Akufo-Addo edi amai nemwa ama hoche ate atesi emma timemu fo enya ahoto ewo oman Ghana and now one do be alpha nipa 100%, 99.9% and a dream a commodore even draw the better aduane diamond and macra at many be a host cry adding because of amamu bonin and so sorry new mamuan or water to an water to her. Na one journalist bidding send be atuja HSA say o mine ye court no say no atia te say na say gidie enim dia because obinya ho kire ana say bi witu obi a afan ko police station na say ye dey court na say o mine no institution like a court now obia agidi because we are being banned by the laws now with me abort memfo no entimi what memfo this time I wa ho chima ene sa asam to na oni ho kwan so de court ana say BBC a ni kwan so de court the office or yeah with me aboa na man ho tono obeye na ensem bebre na journalist yidi to dwa na o chese say 2024 if say bibi go see there is no way say NDC for weapon say we should go to court. No, because the court himself as an institution, he say omuni just a GDA no mubium that my main fan to say GDA ni court no mubium. Now o can send me brave fan on a new basis of polling station one if say misunderstanding be ba among fan court. Na the basis of polling station one me enkotie journalist na no asem de ba de akabia de be so
no amenimu die no ye bedi nkomo de afa the reason why Ghana ebre and the reason why ama ehiafo adoso e wo Ghana na the reason why Ghana ebre and ade ba ko a pose danger to the democracy of Ghana one injustice. Winim sa meni obi edi asem anamidi obi ka na mintua na samisi mintua Ghana ni adwene mu no the first thing obedi ka ye na say me de obekọ police station ana me de obekọ court so de ukọ police station a oba wo se a prosecute no be edi no na wo de wakọ court na oman ne court no aba beye nyame bi ya yenka wasem because ukwa asem sesi a wachina ne yache contempt enti adebonia nipa bi eye in the judicial system no ye ni ho kwan si e complaining because ukwa yache udedua se brabe yiwa no ba no kwasem nso no say Ghana no the judicial system say woman no because na me no ka say your majority of Ghanaians wo mu ogidie wo duabomu change the judicial system. Osomafo kwasi benyame last week and ya ne tena ha no can the pace so dua say o we say obebo dua on court. The judicial system gradually say the democracy of Ghana because the last resort and some of them are some court. Court to me make judgment. What last day now dream one? Which means say nipo de judgment we buy you know. Sabe no adana anano wenyane memamo a lot of instances today memamo a lot e wo Ghana na wonim wo manu ayetimu no ohia buburo e de ekuyen me baba trust said your World Bank define who is a poor man. Now be who say you are a poor man, I am a poor man. I can attest to it say ebi amajuma kura me ye no ehiafo a woman edos. World Bank say you can say obi aye extremely wealthy. Omanya yetimu no siyase obi wo sika pa sa sika no sa nipa no bosome bia no I was say yetua ne ka 35,000 cedis tie ne ye me say World Bank say yaka say obi wo sika pa I was say sa nipa no yetua ne ka 35,000 and above kan sika no 350 million and your friend extremely wealthy. We are no free moi. Obia was between 15,000 to 35,000 no, where you're wealthy. When you're extremely wealthy, you're extremely wealthy. Obia was sikapa. Obe to me the musume 9. Young friend said 35,000 kranwa. Obe to me the musume 9. Akabum atoka. Ya na koma pe obetumi abe 1.2 billion e de atoka ono no ye extremely wealthy according to the clarification of wealth people and poor by World Bank in Ghana. You can say who is a wealthy man when you extremely wealthy when you sikani pa na bom when so na ye sikani anya pa o na when na ye sikani a wealthy person, one wine, according to World Bank, one in the pa, bosome, or to me between 15,000 to 35,000. Extremely wealthy, no edge from 35,000 and above. 15,000 to 30,000, no. One way wealthy. Now you have middle income. Middle income for no, ayo between 3,500 to 15,000. Omo ye middle income. No free wa, no aba hia for no, yen. Why ni hia ni? It is a na wo mako school. Na ye bisa ne say who is a poor man? Obetumi atro hene babu amabeni ahye ho. Emia, I'm a poor man. Because according to World Bank, no, I am very poor. Was say why na you poor man? According to World Bank, no, was say poor. Aye obia was between 800 Ghana cedis to 3,500. In between 800 Ghana to 3,500. So me say you cut from 800 cedis. In between 800 cedis to 3,500. World Bank say you are a poor man. And are extremely poor. I dear was from 0 to 800 Ghana. It will be our between 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, you know, where you're extremely poor. Where you bubro. World Bank say a year one. And you're not young for the way you war Ghana high. Well, be our jacket between 800 Ghana to 3,500 piano. Where you're hearing it's other no minor. I was a reduce to this level. Well, Mania Yanam will hear you who them. Yakuyan Tokwa Yanuye. Now, one minor judicial system and they were young for fro and they pay us. O kwakaya so don sato abrewadu anim bedi. Ada bia ya meka asem kire your lordship and your ladyship sene say abro so ayere so pass no obekọ pension na okọ pension na wonya judge biam na said ye first no obeba abeto na wanto a wo mabeto ade bia wo ya ne na bia no dwene ho na onyame bi ati baabi hwew so onyame bi ahwew a asase ya abosompo omo hwew onyame atwa ho asia ne abosom omo nyina de omani hwew etia ya munya hweyie na wo man ne sai na monka no kura kyerɛ mampani sɛdeɛ woyɛ no nyɛ nkɔmɔ no part no a ɛbɛyɛ dɛ no ni yɛte Ghana ha sɛ yɛkɔ atia Gµns yɛ spending over $15 million yɛnrekye yɛ targets yɛnuru ho ketewa sei ɔmampani na nado dankɔ akufu ado no a wɔka sɛ mede makonnwa ato so tie asɛm no tie nkɔmɔ no ɔmampani na nado dankɔ akufu ado no a ɔsɛ mede makonnwa ato so na akonnwa no ne sɛdeɛ yɛsi ko no anasɛ sɛdeɛ yɛsi ko Gµns no sɛ yɛko na yɛnwea a mede makonnwa ato so bɛto me ho adeɛ so ɛdeɛ na ɛde sei ɛne yɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ yɛmmoa nanan na wɔko nkoden ɛna Ghana ni bi asɔre ɛna ɔsɛ we will help the president to win this battle. So each and every Ghanaian is so happy to fight and win this battle. Eba bedru so a wamampania spend sika more than $15 million to fight Gµns when to me Professor Frimpong Boateng atumi akwa yen hwehwemu edu document the abrano lazy armchair attorney general anya kukudra beka che Ghana for say document no be anim na nkade na attorney general beye attorney general betu anamon wo bekọ ensema papa ne kan ye obekọ akoye investigation amomwa dosuko eye no kure so obi twanua etu amena edigu mu eye no kure se obi aye wei no wa investigation dia fa ho ye wia baba bontia beka say yes ye hwehwɛ mu nyina awie ye ne ye hu sa ensem no enye sanete ye ana ensem no sanete ye a lazy man lazy attorney general anya kukudura beka che Ghana for say document no ye empty bibi anim mini anum Ghana for President Akufo-Addo wa maso beboa Ghana because of this same local champion attorney general because of onunti ne Ghana ya tena ye kase ye wo UK ye ton because Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ene Boakye Adako and this same attorney general sabre no wanye main kra no ye deputy wamo kwatena se kwafa adwenfo no ekotwa contractor na ni ho kwanso mo twam abenene kyenen so twadi amponyame anya yadom a Ghana tena ye kase ye wo UK ye boni donko mi aton minu ano ayo ho sembe na kyenwe wamampani na nado Danko Akufo-Addo ye we nyina na sem bi sini ya de kwa wo man court batan no wo se woginem na wo ka bi matemamfo no no wadane nani you were fine judges you are very good omoya pa bi mu ya very good papa na bi mo so de asoma said abo passe and agye passe won be suppress ni pet wo man mu na de ye ni ha ajaje saje mponche mo hu ajaje saje nwan mo hu ajaje saje mponche agi nwan je bode agi banche ajaje se ne mada edi asemo mo hu mo yet Ghana ha we saw all of them now I am telling you it is time e was a Ghana ni bia kan kure eti o mo say you are destroying this nation, so be very careful. Look, Justice William Atuguba Akasimbi. Now, someone can say, what say? The notion that Supreme Court is politically tilted towards the NPP has some truth in there. What say? Possession. I didn't be a one public to say. Supreme Court to now wahono. And your NPP fuane go. Supreme Court to now wahono. And your NPP fuane omote ho. Supreme Court to now wahono. And your NPP political affiliation at wano. No kurabi. Justice, retired Justice William Atuguba recently in the Supreme Court PA was say, was the notion that some Supreme Court judges is politically tilted towards the NPP has some truth in there. Say Justice is Libya and what Supreme Court to honor. Justice is Libya. 1-10-80-70-70-0000 no. I didn't be a woman for Trimu say NPP 4B and a good honor. Justice William Atuguba was say the notion that Supreme Court the notion that Supreme Court is politically tilted towards the NPP has some truth in there. It would was some beko. And now, Saudi Asamo court. Now we end this in here. Obi a what if you ever to me a judgment, Obenya. Tell you. Anyamina miko me jina papa na sam no so ana me de ka sei be say sane what do wasam kokotoa obi otifio betumi a predict aka kire say NDC fo na de kwadi say na besie yet Ghana ha ana ya beto aba na Dr. Dufuo e de NDC court sabato no mpre momonto wo man injunction e de beto so omunya save ye kra no isi boss pia bonte me ka say one you pese won court be nyasam ya beto aba ye sama isi boss e wo court asem na wasi ye tra so na ye die krata no a e wasi wo bi ham na mo kokko serve no ye twa ye registration ni wie ye ansa na ye nya nipa ahwe krata ni masan e wo kuruma mo ya de me mu ye ye o mo ya de me mu ye ya wo man no ayetimu no mo ma ye nsai wo man ne tese de mo sai no enye obi ana egu ye justice system no anim asio ba nipa na wo mu no bi ana egu the justice system na anim ase nipa na wo mu no bi mo ma ye ntia sema justice William Atuguba aka ye na mo hu ne say ensem no hine babu amaka no enyam na meka na otena obi akwa nkwatara na me say krom ha me meti wei me ni gidie e we justice system mu biem because ohine babu amate ha yede me kogina court a menye bone na minim sa Ghana ha mra wo ha na mra no bedi masama mame me kwa ekoduru ye no me hu sa emra no is being controlled by Akufuado enti emra no ahu me mobo wa bra me nufo ade me koto afiase 2 weeks ase twa me damage kan ho ade me 3500 Ghana bete ha no me ni adage biemu Otwani aponyame ti ase na nabukum wo hoyi apum wo hoyi ka kwan wo hoyi me de badwome wo ne wasefuo nyina me buru nyina nua me ni adage ofra me koto ame ma bete me ko fa me koto afiase me bo dua ma wo yire ne wo yire wo ma wo yo ba wo kunu wo ma wasefuo nyina ba ya jonki e wo kurum ha daji mu a wo ba buro petition adagatam ni adage biam because se say ne yamra no ya toto ne fam ene ye didi agro ni pa na wo mu ne bi mum ye tia sama justice William Matuguba waka mutie no.
I would say consistently because okay, let's take it from 1992. 7 January 1993.
Forgive me, but I'm talking about more recent phenomena. And the person I'm trying to quote here is the former President Mahama, who says that we should be seeking to balance the courts, not only because it's not balanced, but also because a lot more people who are lawyers within the NDC should be interested in getting on the the bench. Is it a fair assessment of the structure of the court? Mindful of what you just told me.
Well, I think in a broad sense, yes, because you see, the courts belong to the public.
Yeah.
That thing should never be lost sight of. See, everything in the state belongs to the people. Every other person in any position is a trustee for the people.
Yeah.
And so the people, that's why court proceedings are held in public. So that the public can follow the proceedings and assess things for themselves, see how justice is administered, whether it's fair or not. And so, I mean, there's a big public outcry about the nature of the Supreme Court as it stands. They feel that it's politically tilted to the MPP. You are a media man. I think you can see a lot of those sentiments expressed on social media. That's why to the extent they call them unanimous FC.
Is it fair?
Well, I'm coming. Well, the point I'm making is when the public loses confidence or they start complaining, you don't just push it aside because when nothing is happening, you won't do that. Huh? They won't do that. Why is it that they were not having that impression of raising those flags earlier?
And there is an all-time low. Trust is at an all-time low.
I'm coming. So, on the whole, but the National Security Minister also even came out to talk on this point.
Yes, he said that it's not good for security of the nation.
Okay.
The courts are seen to be given a judgment that's unanimous. Okay. I mean, that's the right word to use, actually.
Okay. So, you see, public perception in your private estimation may be right or wrong, but it has effect all the same.
So who should deal with it?
I'm coming. So when it has effect, you try to diffuse that effect. Well, as I said, those sentiments don't arise out of a vacuum. Huh? And to win the public confidence, they must feel that the judgments are sound and not politically jaundiced. So if there's a big outcry like this, something has to be done about it. You see, the bad thing about this country, something bad is happening, for political reasons, they would like to push it under the carpet. No, not just so and so and so. They did it when the cry about corruption was rising and rising. What happened? When Anas went in, what happened?
They found judges.
My cousin and 2 or 3 others, when they raised it, the courts banned them.
Yeah, they were prevented from practicing.
Shortly after that, what happened? That's where...
In the investigations reviewed that some were taking all the other things.
Clearly.
Judicial corruption scandal was reviewed.
Clearly. That's why when it doesn't pay to gamble with the truth, it will surface and can cause damage.
Now,
so on the whole, that perception, well, is there. I didn't cause it, but it's there. And so Mahama can talk about it. The only point where I disagree with him is he should have gone further to say that you, the NDC lawyers, should be getting ready, those who are experienced and independent-minded, so that they come and will not give the same impression.
Okay.
But if it is just politically balancing the equations, that's not helpful. Then why don't you leave this? Is it just because you also want the opportunity to to do the same thing?
Or influence the judiciary?
Very good. Someone in the hwɛ me nuanom yɛnka nokora nkyerɛ yɛ ho da bia meka sɛ ka nokora kyerɛ damfo ɛsɛ damfo agorɔ asɛm no sɛdeɛ teɛ no kan saa ɛnsɛ no yɛ justice system a ɛwɔ kurom ha no one way or the other ɛkyea one way or the other ɛfeva nipa bi Wamampani na nadu dan kwa kufu ado no wahine babu amanya case. Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Yo, Attorney General, on one of Minister of Justice. Na yedi masem nuye ya no se anka yenini ya. Na anka wase mi dwane ko Minister of Justice was say. Ya mama tentenene enti yam omema me atentenene because one na ye atentenene soafo nipa no a one na ha atentenene so no ye di masem wie ye no a ye nya ni wie no ye gina court 1 year 3 months ye do the 8th month and not throw the judgment say farming kotu attorney general akwa no nenam hono sa akwa no a local champion no I'm saying Debbie, I'm a catcher attorney general say. Yet to crom her. Me bonya mempa ye say, and what my young what me yen na yen trasenche. I send some woman your mania or bet test be ape. Bonia and number no guy nen sasso. Akagana. The kind of judgment depth. Yan kebe to me ignore. Ya yetia under that guy. Yameti ase na ebesi ewiase emranya baakofo de o eti enese wanya akwanya na wo ye judge na wo di asem a make sure na hu ne say wo ma e wo community no mu ma wen ka asem nkyere mo obi a wo Ghana ha bia betumi aye lawyer be ye judge obi a wa hene babu ama mete hai me be started I LLB me kwaya no Caf University me be started etibia wadwene ne se ebia ene wo de awe ye jed nyame nso adaro ma mekwa atwa awura mokola pie eti sade etie bia no ebia awura John Dramani Mahama penso me nye lawyer ebia me nye judge mpo but ebia the next government to come me nya kra na me magistrate judge there be an ya doba e de na bamanim ne makai oh o maame na oyesei me hwe nanim kra ne metie na asem eno wan se metwa ama no kom 15 years kom 20 years kom 30 years e bia ne the next president of Ghana ono enam de na koto etisa wo ya de bi na think twice na dwene ho na use common sense faka ho now calling you my lord or my lady does not make you a god. Stop parading yourself as a tin god, as a demigod, because judgment awaits everyone. Bia no madwene ne se. Me kan na se so dua tena se. Obi biara you take Ghana ha even your tom pure water wo kwan ho ebetumi abeye lawyer wotena. Ebetumi abeye judge wotena. Ebia during that time no Justice William Atuguba emre bi atwa mo body dia no be hope and the wait ni ho biem where X akwa we when you buy ya ni where Chief Justice ya was Ghana ha will be a more semi friendly and he is nothing when you be a biem when you be he is nobody when you be a and kai who say that position na kura wono ebetumi afru nsachana now you will be nobody. Ebi so na obetra se che. Ebi na obetra se ache because trase na dwen ho. Na hu say, ya ma me so fa yakufu. What Ghana ha? Why Chief Justice pen? Ebra bi duru ye na okuta poma na okọ. Okọ ayi. Okọ demonstration. Ebra bi ba ye na okura poma ekọ demonstration. You don't know when him said the we are sitting. Kamo be shase ya atentene ya adwuma ewo krom ha ase nipa gidie ewo ya justice system no is gradually vanishing gidie ni nyina ko eneduabo anya pause ohine babu amamete ya imini adaje court me nkoye hwe wo ho wo fra me amemma wo betemi a wo na watemi aba ho me ba ho me nkasa de open fire me but me na kosuo kuti ase yi woni wo fie fu ase be hye ansa na ma free prison aba ti ase ma me kan me se me na kosuo kuti ase yi bisa obi a woni me nana ye frɛ na kosuo ku wudu sa hwie oso akro bi to aso ye frɛ na ma fie di abohema no na by the time ma free prison na me ba no we me call ye pɛ ene wo frɛ me yaw ma me mfa nyi wo mo na msi da bi menche meba kaba na obi afura hono dadam entantia de obebu ka sam no medi fa memra no ani minni se minni fa bo me kokko jame ma me nko menya bone otan hunu wani abre wate na eya yenya hweye na ye kokoto a apate no soja si di nachi te said ye hu nyame na deputy attorney general nya kukuduro abegyina manima kansem hunu ade akyerɛ me sɛ me do batum ne ye wia na ya ben kwan abrewa modi sɛ ne kunu ane ya ma no mo kyerɛ adwuma no onto no bo ase emre ye ni nka so emre ye ni nka so National Security Minister. Emre bi wotu agagefo no fo ka kire mo se. Enuoma no amu ya ne ehu timunyai. Si yabakọ asam so 30. Yabakọ asam so 40. Yabakọ asam so 70. Yabakọ asam so 80. Unanimous decision na mu take no ehu. Na manfo gidie every court no. You thought say na oboa. Oka ye no enye impact. But national security wise, me can ne de akyerɛ mo sɛ. Me can ne de akyerɛ mo sɛ. Sɛ wanhwɛ yi a na wantoto no ma yi a. Nipa ne gidie ne kwa na ɛkɔ. Eti abere bi bɛso a obɛyɛ judge but yentumi mo din ewo area baabi. Wanhwɛ yi a ebere bi bɛso a baabi a wote no. Hwɛ ma me ka asɛm kyerɛ wo. Ma me ka asɛm kyerɛ mo. Ne gya ɛyɛ cool no judge bi yɛ ne ho bi mu. Yes, sentences some judges for life. Mali ɛyɛ cool no judge bi yɛ ne ho bi mu. Burkina Faso ɛyɛ cool no judge bi yɛ ne ho bi mu. Montress na mu reading a certain handwriting on the wall say. Adenti ɛna bɔne bi ɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ man bi so anayɛ man mu no as a youth no ɛsupport. Nansa ya ye news sɛ krobo ho yilo krobo. Emrantie bi akwa emrantie bi na abaya baako akọ robbery wohwe comment ba ye ni nyinada as some of the youth no are so happy with what is going on who were cause Burkina Faso we read Ghana for comment on ye nyinada aso mani je ho de cause wo mali even de cause wo na je ya ECOWAS ye na dwen se okwa kokono wotie Ghana youth ayi a wo se mo nkom ye hwe se mo ye mema e de na ekoso e kire se nipa na ti wo mani mu no ejidie ko wo mani di krikra omu nyina bebo mo nsem na sabre no se wo ye judge a wo di ne tumu e wo kwan bone so na bi omu beba no beja amanfo te se de na jafo ni ja prisoners ni bia ye ja no a wo ba no a no hwehwe wo fie because se bia no wo deserve na wo di ne tumu itu wo ba no a no hwehwe ba bia wote sabre no so na rupre bia ntu na rupre aba itu o mani mu obi ate ye obi anko ba bia etimu ma o mani mu nyo na ye nyina ye nya gidie o judicial system ni mu na me court a me de ani gi akose ade we de ye sisisem na wu sisi me it is a president kura no a ana me de na tani general ade ne court a minim se otena me kwa be yi sade no wura mahama penso na court no tie no because Abu Ramadan mo etumi de owura John Dramani Mahama aban ene isi court ema court ni tumi tenase ema kan say obi a ye de health insurance ene edi card bia enye card wo se ye de register ni pa no yenkoyi ni din free register ni mu e bia yi ni pa ni din free mu e twere din foforo etia ye dan na de ma me Jµst wo bia wo hwa abaso ya to aba wie wo na wo ye referee wo na wo sesa abato no homra wo na wo hwa yam ye to aba abato no na wo de resource ba ye e na wo de first one ba ye wo so aye error wo the second one aba wo so wati wo the third one aba wo so wati wo the fourth one aba wo so wati sa ni pakro no eduru so na ye kwa kodi na asem a wo magina da kamiem sa na abato no wo sese ya wo so wanyinam sai kwa to si jano no so wanyinam wo won right eduru so e be ya judgment e koduru so unanimous se ma me na dibem wow eti so obi ti ba bia na dwene be kire sen enu na owura abet kanda pagina so a wode tumo fo se monya hweye na Ghana tetam bomb so na there will be a timer nobody will call he or himself or herself as my lord muntie kanda pa
injustice occasioned as a result of the absence of an effective justice delivery system or delayed justice or biased justice is certainly a threat to national security. And indeed, when injustice abounds, particularly in situations where the bench, which is considered as the final arbiter of disputes, is deemed to be biased, citizens tend to take the law into their own hands, most times without recourse to the established systems of justice delivery. And similarly, the failure of the criminal justice system to ensure effective and expeditious trial of criminals adversely impact the morale of law enforcement agencies. It also emboldens criminals to perpetrate more crime and breeds lawlessness among the citizenry, developments which threaten the internal security of the state. If we are going to be able to address the security challenges that we have, especially the domestic ones, we need to be able to ensure that there is a judicial system that works. If you do not have a system, a judicial system that works, many people will simply take the laws into their own hands and misbehave and do what they want. Therefore, in trying to manage the security situation, it is important for us that we do get a judicial.
Very good. Video na the best send. Retired judge Justice Kokujan. Ewa asembi na maka etimunti asema Justice Kokujan enso editor so muntie no.
From the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to the Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, the import of these stipulations is to underscore the fact that the judiciary and hence judges of our courts are accountable to the people as their servants and not as their masters in the quest to achieve and advance the vision of democratic government and the objective and tangible fruits of democracy in our land. Additionally, and more importantly, the judiciary has the bounden duty to hold all other powers, entities, and agencies of state accountable and ensure transparency in their actions or deeds. And in this respect, I felt very, very agonized when the Supreme Court in the 2020 election petition decided to shield the Electoral Commissioner from giving evidence. The Supreme Court in that trial was a constitutional court, not just any court. And the Electoral Commission was the returning officer. He was accountable to the people of this country. And the Supreme Court ought to have allowed her to go into the witness box and account to the people of this country. They shielded her to the detriment of our country for today and maybe for tomorrow. And it is a very, very shameful situation.
If that is a very shameful situation, then all those people who shielded her, the shameless, has covered you all. Okay? Mama yanka no krenchire ye ho say. O mine no, yes or no. Mama judge, Papa judge. Mo say wo mine that you. Are you telling me say so ochena say ye kotoa ba NDC be na dwe so be Supreme Court one. Monkan. Say ochena ye kotoa ba NDC be na dwe say obebe Supreme Court one. No. Enti NDC nya na dwe say obebe so obebe Supreme Court there. No be anything. We must say election are won at the Supreme Court. At the polling station. Into ombe kan no ma to ombe to akan akoleti a bibia wo hen polling station ho enti so obi na betwe sekan ya ba obi di tuo be sia no e wo polling station ho because obi ani adaje kokot bi eti se ba bia duro no wo bia boa no ho se be de memra akura me nsem because constitution no a ye dina so settle court no and one so the side can say defend yourself. So I will defend myself. Some me will be imagine my dear yamedi enko free me nsem because e bia watchna ye the court one me good justice and a judgment. Mama yanka no ho kura nkyere ye ho na ye kunya ho ese ye man no. Wahine babu amade me kan na obi buafu ba me kan ne aka na ochina se obi nim die besi chena na ochina ehu chen enne because enne de etwawi. Professor Milseti akonya so as the president. Okrafie se wo kwa adwuma ba. Ebo be no num na kwa aba se wa mabiem. Won said the opania kotwampa ewu ya Ghana fo ani gi ye bo se okuruma. Adenti na bibi to pani bi wo Ghana ha na Ghana mabuna ni agye saa de ekoso no enko yi institution na wa Ghana nyina aye corrupted yade ni bia ka won etu oman court batan yesre mo mo ho ban na yade ni bia nka mo because yade no a aka prosi say ayedem passe prosi betumi redeem ni image for the first time in the history of Ghana IGP Nkrofo aye ku atu no am ye the IGP ebegina bedwam parliament twetwe no for the first time in the history ye were a nyuma kese including the presidency ngwasi aka wo mo etu o mine court no de anke honye no go area anye ne yegu hu fi o eye mumu bi suban edan hwe de be mama yiye akodwumadi ase bodwom hamadin ase yamana kamakom wo ho muna na nadu ko program ase on card yesre kra no wosre aden boni ben obi abetu Ghana ha de jam hwe mabunu dodo a edwane afiri ya mamu ede me pato mo ma anta kamera na me twene ntem hwe mabunu dodo a afiri Ghana ha edwane ede ya to yire nchama Ghana for namu within the day ana na me ka kire wo no say World Bank the aba said you below 800 cedis to 3,500 where you poor man or a poor person. Hey, I'm a poor person. Obi be ka say be aboa me kan ne de akire mo say etomre bia we are like beggars. We beg to survive. Na me ka kire etomre bia obi kura hu ko kura no agyan because ye ho ye hi e wo kura ye timu ase ye nya adwuma adwuma kro no a manfo ye no BBC e de sisi da kase ye bia na ye no hai. So ask yourself questions. Because o man wa ye timu no ye ma billions kura no enye sika. Ti etua ka 10,000 na what 4,000 ye free. Because inflation ye 4,000 40%. What here from Naka 6,000.